Hey, this is Tom. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna go to my local show, the Cleveland Reptile Show. It's a nice little show. Great turtles, tortoises, lots of little baby tortoises. They're there all the time. Even little alligator snappers. Lots of ball pythons like every reptile show. Very nice colors, patterns. Love that. And even a few colubrids. Not nearly as many as I used to see when I was a kid going to reptile shows. Nice space, open aisles when it's not too crowded. It was a great day to go. Of course, lots of lizards, lots of geckos, leopard geckos. Plenty of crested gecko breeders. And this Chihuahua gecko just blew me away. I love these animals. It's a great place to buy feeder animals. Even African soft fur rats. These things are incredibly prolific from what I understand. I think this was the animal of the show for me, this axolotl that has 4 sets of chromosomes. Just fascinating. Dart frogs, and I forgot to video my good friend Mike Novi. He sells tons of frogs. Insects, spiders, scorpions. A lot of people working with these. The death feigning beetles, gotta love them. Keith from Herps Alive Foundation, you can see there in the blue shirt. Overall, it's a really nice show, and the greatest thing about it is that it is every month. Seth made the enclosures that I use for my Connexus homiana. They're really great, and they have a lot of supplies there too. There's one vendor who just sells most things Zoomed and Zillow make. And this was the big surprise. When I left today, it was snowing. It looked nothing like when I came in, just barely starting to snow. So that was pretty shocking. And then driving home in the snow was not fun. It took me quite a long time to get home. But for you that don't live in snowy climates, here's a little bit what it looks like. So let's talk about the show. Let's dig in. So the first thing you need to know is the show is not in Cleveland, okay? It's like 35 miles to the southwest. It's a 40-minute drive from downtown Cleveland. So it has the name Cleveland Reptile Show, but it's not in Cleveland. It's in Medina. Not Medina, Medina. It's adjacent to I-71, quite close. Second, this is a no Ohio natives, no venomous show. So if you want to look for a species that lives in Ohio, you're not going to find it there, and you're not going to find any venomous reptiles at this show. The third thing to know about it, it's run by the Hamper family. They're from Columbus. They set up the original All Ohio Reptile Show, one of the first, if not the first, reptile show in the country. So that Columbus show is very similar to this one. If you decide that you might want to go to both shows, because one's on Saturday, the Cleveland show is on Sunday, you're going to be disappointed because a lot of the vendors are identical. They go to both shows. What's great about this show is it's every month. What's bad about this show is that it's every month. So if you need supplies, if you need feeders, if you just want to get your reptile thing on, if you want to go out there and talk to your friends, talk to the community, it's great. But the show is a regional show. It attracts vendors from Northeast Ohio, Central Ohio, maybe Western PA, but that's about it. Western New York. You're not going to see the big time breeders at this show. You're just not. You're going to have to go to Tinley Park to see that. And number 5, there's a lot of wild caught animals at this show. Yes, there's some great breeders, and that's actually what I featured in the video. Most of those animals are bred. However, there's a lot of wild caught stuff. And what's really interesting is that I realized I did not film any of that wild caught stuff. And I'm like, why? Well, because that's the stuff I like to look at, right? I really like to look at the wild caught animals to see if there might be something there, to see if it is a species I might want to work with in the future. There were some really cool chameleons there. It was just neat to see them. I don't think I'm going to get a wild caught chameleon, but this show has them. Now, that's good and bad, because unfortunately, a lot of these very cheap animals, I saw several tables with African red-sided skinks. Those things retail online for $10, they're being sold for $25. They'll probably go to very young, inexperienced keepers. Those animals are going to die and they're going to give a bad taste for herpetoculture. So, it's neat kind of seeing some of these new animals. However, it's really not great to continuously see wild-caught animals at a reptile show where anybody can buy them. I'd rather we somehow work out a system where wild-caught reptiles go right to solid breeders that will be working with those animals. So that's it. There's some inside tips about this show every month. It's a great show. I love it. I think it's better than the Columbus show. The venue's even better. So if you're in the Medina area, Akron, Cleveland, Lorain, check it out. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like this video. It helps. We're trying to grow the channel. See you next time.